Alright, here it is, the new latest, greatest Pentax camera. This is the Pentax K-70. It just came out. Look at this, nice silver color, silver on black, very nice. This is $650 on B&H. I recommend B&H. They have fast shipping, great customer service, and some of the best prices on the internet. Look at that, this thing's weather resistant. All right, let's check this thing out. If you've never used Pentax before, they make the best cameras out there for the price. They're always cheaper than the Canon and Nikon out there, and they have more features on them. For instance, all the Pentax cameras that are out right now, they're all weather resistant. All solid bodies. They all have 100% viewfinder. Their shutter speeds all go up to 1/6,000th of a second. All the other Canon and Nikons that are even close to this price, this was $650. The other ones that are anywhere close to this, probably around $800. They'll be 1/4000th of a second. They won't be weather resistant. They won't have 100% viewfinder, and they'll just be stripped down all over the place. So to get something that's weather resistant and have a solid body like this has, you'll have to go up to like the 7D Mark II, which is like $1,800 on the Canon, and then whatever Nikon makes equivalent would be around the same price. So that's why Pentax, I've always enjoyed them, because they make very awesome cameras at a reasonable price. A 24 megapixel sensor in here. This is a crop sensor camera, so the crop factor is 1.5, similar to Nikon. Canon is 1.6, but real similar. Right here, as far as features, like I said, Pentax always offers more features, bang for your buck. So let's go over some of the features in here. That, like I said, the 100% viewfinder. And just look at all the stuff that's packed into these menus that you could get. I mean, just tons of stuff here. This particular model has what they call a pixel shift resolution, which that takes 4 pictures and the surrounding pixels. It like stacks them all together and takes that color information and makes for a high resolution image. Really good stuff. On the K1, their full frame body, it's said that you could get the pretty close to the resolutions you would with a medium format, like basically a $7,000 camera. So I haven't tried that feature out on this camera, but on the Pentax K1, which I also have, it works great. So they put this on this body. This one also has an intervalometer, which is great for time lapses. You can set up the time lapses, and you could actually output them straight out of the camera in the video format at 4K. So that's another great feature this camera has. Well, hello, I got a kitty down here. All right, so the focusing system, it has 11 cross type or 11 points focus system. 9 are cross type. So it's I've used this in my KS2 and has the same focusing system, so it works really well. Has a pull-out screen here, which is really nice for getting those low shots like that. The screen resolution is really good. You can see there. I'll go through a few of these shots at the end, but I just took a few shots earlier testing this camera out, and I really enjoy using it. So very, very cool to use. Some of the other features they're just little extras that they add in here. It's got this night vision for your LCD, so if you're out there shooting at night and you don't want to distract anybody, or maybe you're on a ride there in Disney World or something, and you don't want to have or doing some late night star photography, trying to keep it low light, there you go. You get this night vision thing, which is really cool. I hadn't seen that feature before. Also, you got they think of everything here when they make these cameras. It's great. Pentax is I'm really impressed with everything they do. I've had several several Pentax cameras. I've also shot a ton of Canon, Olympus, just a little bit of Nikon, and I have to tell you, Pentax is simply just my favorite out of all of them I've used. Everything about it is just great. So, okay, and now let me go on about this lens. I've got a review on this, so make sure to subscribe if you're thinking about looking in Pentax. I have more Pentax videos than anybody on YouTube, so make sure to check out some of my channel. Just look through my archive. I've got plenty of stuff on there. This is the 18 to 135. It is a weather resistant lens too, so when you get these two together, this was great focal range, 18 to 135. So you've got a pretty long focal range there. Go from pretty wide to you know, a telephoto. Great for basically just everyday use. It's a great lens. So most of Pentax modern day lenses are weather resistant, which is great. You might have heard, or if you were asking people about Pentax, you might have heard they say, well, Pentax really doesn't have that many lenses. Well, they are mistaken. They're just plain wrong. Pentax has a ton of lenses. You could just go on B&H. I'll put a link to B&H and actually to this camera on B&H in the description below, and just, you know, go Pentax lenses, and there's a ton in there. A ton of them are Pentax. They also, the third-party lenses, the Sigmas and the Tamarins, make lenses for them. And guess what? Pentax has had the same Pentax K mount for years and years and years. There was a very popular film camera back in the days, the Pentax K-1000, you might have heard of. Well, they made that camera for about 20 years, and it was one of the most popular cameras at the time because it was kind of like this. It was cheap, and a lot of people used it. And since it was so popular, there's a lot of Pentax lenses for that camera that will work on this body, but there was also a lot of third-party lenses that were made for that body too. Since it was so popular, a lot of lens manufacturers will make the Pentax K mount. So there are hundreds of lenses out there. Those are all film lenses, and they're older ones, and they use manual focus. But Pentax also, in the 90s, they made Pentax film cameras that when the autofocus system started coming out. So you'll get tons of those too. I mean, there's literally hundreds of lenses that you could get for Pentax cameras. So if anybody says there's not that many wide selection, they are totally mistaken. So just to clear that up. So anyway, I strongly recommend this. I've just used a little bit so far, but like I said, it just came out, but I've had several, and just this is really similar to the Pentax KS2. If you're kind of looking in between, maybe you saw several people gave that Pentax KS2 the camera of the year. I've got a review on it. You can check it out. This compared to that camera, I'll go over a few differences so you can kind of get a versus and decide if you want to get this one or that one, or if you want to upgrade. I guess, yeah, let's just jump into that, and I'll go over some of the differences of those two. All right, we got the K-70 and the KS2 here. These cameras are very similar. Look at them. This one's been out for a little while. It was a camera a year by many people. It currently is $500 on B&H. This one is $650, as I mentioned before. What are the main differences since this one just came out? Well, this is 20 megapixels. This is 24 megapixels, so you'll get about 20% more megapixels. That's good if you do a lot of cropping in and post or something with wildlife shots or something. That will really help you out. This does 6 frames per second, and this does 5.5. So I got these in burst mode. I hadn't tried this out yet. We're going to try this out. Let me see if I can do that right at the same time, and we'll test out the buffers too. They have the same card in them. Okay, they could go on forever. I'll have to go back and look at that. They seem really close. Let me hear it. We'll do them separately. That almost sounded quicker. I don't know, but there you go. Really close, 5.5 to 6. Really difference. They almost sounded quicker to me though. They're both on 1/2000th of a second, but there you go with that. And let's see here, what else? The other difference is this has the new pixel shift resolution. You might have read about that on the K1. It's you need to shoot it on a tripod, but it takes 4 different pictures, and it takes pixels around and gets the some of the color information and stuff, and makes for a really high resolution image. It'll be great for if you're a landscape photographer. It would be really good. This is a crop sensor camera, but that would help you get some really good landscape pictures. If you're just a all-around naturalist type of photographer, you'll get the nice crop sensor for the wildlife, and then you'll also get that pixel shift resolution, which you can get some really good landscape shots. So, all right, last thing, I figure I'd go over a few lenses. Like I said, Pentax has a lot of lenses. You go on B&H and type in Pentax lenses, and you can see all the Pentax lenses, and there's lots of third-party ones as well. So here's a few right here that they're all Pentax name brands, but let's start out with the Pentax, like the Nifty 50. This is the 50mm f1.8. If you're new to photography, and then this might be your new camera, that f1.8 allows you to get very shallow depth of field and have those blown out backgrounds that you see in all those cool photos. This lens is only about $100. Very lightweight. I forgot to mention Pentax's cameras are very lightweight. This is like 1.5 pounds, so that's a very lightweight with a solid body and being very small, and great for fitting on in a backpack for a hike or taking to a theme park or whatever. But this is a great lens. Check out the shallow depth of field there with that pool table ball. Very cool. Also, this is the Pentax 10 to 17 f3.5 to 4.5. So at 10 millimeters, you'll get that fisheye look. Very cool. And then you go up in the focal range, and it gets more like a super wide angle lens. So very nice lens. You can see some shots there. Those shots were all shot on this K-70 today. We're just testing it out real quick. And this is like one of their DA star lenses. So this is their top of the line class. So this is very nice. It's f2.8 throughout the focal range. Very nice lens. If you're getting in more professional type stuff, this one might be one you can consider. At 50 to 35, it's like a 70 to 200 f2.8 basically on a full frame. So my favorite lens, if you're a wildlife photographer and you like shooting deer and stuff like this, Pentax 300mm f4. You know what? I went through this whole video and I didn't talk about Pentax's another feature that they have over the Canon and Nikon is the image stabilization is on the sensor. So that makes this lens fantastic. 300mm f4 with the image stabilization in the camera. You don't have to spend extra money to get it on the lens. It's actually in the sensor. You could take shots of this with handheld with this lens and go below shots below 1/250th of a second, which you couldn't do without image stabilization with this camera, and they turned out very, very sharp. This is a very, very sharp lens. This is a DA star lens, super lens. Actually, this is my favorite DA star lens that I've been using. So another one here, we got the DA 16 to 50 f2.8. This is DA star lens, another fantastic lens. These back three here are the more professional level lenses, so you'll get a little bit better pictures there. It's their top of the line glass, so, and plus you'll get that f2.8 in these two throughout the focal range. And of course, this one I said I'd strongly recommend the 18 to 135. You get the I would recommend it getting with the body if you've got the extra money. It's $250 on the body, but if you want to wait and get it later, it will cost you $400. So if you got the money, go ahead and get it with the body. It's a great deal. Okay, now I was going to show off one of these Pentax film lenses, like I said, that you could get with autofocus. This is a nice focal range. This is the 28 to 90. I don't remember if I have a review on this one, but I've got reviews on plenty of different lenses. So check out all my Pentax stuff on my channel. Go ahead and subscribe so you'll get notifications of my videos as they come out. But this one has autofocus and everything. Great lens. It is under $40. You get around for 40 bucks off of eBay. So yeah, so that's just, and there's tons of lenses like this, different focal ranges and stuff. You just have to check them out on eBay. Probably get them off Craigslist as well. So thanks for watching. Strongly recommend this Pentax K-70. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe. I've got plenty of other Pentax stuff. There's some older stuff I got about Canon and stuff if you're into Canon. So thanks for watching.